excited and honored to be sharing with you about an incredible little patch called X39 from a company called LifeWave tonight. This is all about the power of the patch and the movement behind the patch that is bringing this to the world in ways that are amazing. So thank you for your attention and your energy here tonight. We are going to be talking about this little patch, how it works, what does it do, what can you expect, the company behind it, the founder, I mean, everything. And including, we're going to talk about how you can get started, the best way for you, and a bit about our plan, the brand partnership plan that we have to support you in efforts of sharing with a few or a lot or many. The sky's the limit. So we're going to kind of cover all of these things here tonight. And I just want to make a quick disclaimer here that this is all for educational and invitational purposes only. I'm here to not diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent anything with any conversation I'm having here. This is to enhance your life, to enhance your experience with the product, with the company, with the opportunity, and with those that you love. So we're going to really dive into a little bit more about this patch right now, a lot bit more. I'm going to share screen and share a couple of quick little pointers beforehand. If I can find that, here we go. And keynote and share. And then I'll pop on here at the end and say thank you and goodbye later. Okay, so real fast here, we have a weekly schedule, and this is growing right now, actually, this weekly schedule. But in general, Mondays and Wednesdays, I am hosting this call to talk about the product and the movement and how to get started in the best way possible for you. And also on Saturdays, we have a business builder call that happens in the mornings on Saturdays, depending on where you live. And we also now have a launch call on Wednesdays that will be added to this slide, hopefully. We just completed, it's just before this call, and that's all about just getting started and how to do that in a successful way. And it's a very highly Q&A. It's more of a lab where we can work together with you in that. So again, we're talking product right now. So let's dive in, but one more slide here. And this is where you can get plugged in. This is our Facebook group. If you are on this team already, please make sure you're joining in on the Facebook group to get tuned in and celebrated there, and find out what's happening and ask your questions. Of course, YouTube is where we're live streaming this now, and all of the upcoming events will be in YouTube. So you can definitely share that with your people, or share that, go to it right now and make sure that you are being notified for the different events, and you can copy and send those off to people so that they are notified as well. And then, of course, about the patch and our team, I will go into these sites with you here as we get going. So getting started on the product. So why are you here? I'm not really sure, because I don't know if you're on this patch or not, but let me say this, optimum health and wellness, honestly, can be yours with this. And not only optimum health and wellness, but all kinds of other things that happen when you start this patch in terms of what the opportunity can provide as well. This approach is about changing and increasing the flow of energy in your body, which creates improvements in your strength and your stamina and so many more things. And it's because we're dealing with energy. Everything truly is energy. And what I love about this product and this company is that we're not just working in a linear way. When we change the environment of the body, we are changing the epigenetics of the body. The media in which all your cells are pulling from is changed when you increase the flow of energy. So that can show up in very non-linear ways. It can show up in multitude of ways that are very unique to you, because your body has its own unique way of healing itself, and it has its own story and its own blockages and stuck parts, and the loudest parts will definitely go to work first. Maybe not the loudest parts that you're aware of, but the ones that your body knows needs to go first in order to rebalance and to regenerate and to heal itself. So again, this adding energy to the entire body can do so many things. And there's a couple of things that I need to share really fast so that you have better context about these specifically about these cells that we're talking about. There are two main different types of cells in the body. We have pluripotent universal cells that can become anything in your body. They are the building blocks that can turn into any type of a differentiated cell, which is the other type. So we have these pluripotent universal cells that can become lung cells, skin cells, pancreas cells, hair, anything, bones. So they are the building blocks. And it is those universal pluripotent cells that then go into repair, regenerate, and heal those other, oops, I don't know why this is popping up for me. They are there to help heal and rebuild the rest of the body. And those universal pluripotent cells are very much activated, and we'll talk about it when we increase this flow of energy with this patch. All right, so I want you to understand the difference, because I will be talking about those cells a bit and a little bit more about that industry. So why would you consider wearing this activation patch? Well, because as we age, fewer and fewer of these, specifically of these cells, are circulating or active in the body. They go dormant, and they decline significantly with age, by half by the time you're age 30, and almost completely by the time we're age 60. And we see this in the symptoms of aging that are just increasing. We're not healing as fast. The hair's graying prematurely. We're losing hair, wrinkles and crepey skin. The wounds, like scars, are not finishing completely healing. Bruises aren't even going away, let alone what's going on inside the body with dis-ease, misalignments, all kinds of things that can happen. This is all aging. And we can actually slow that all down with more frequency, more energy, and more of these pluripotent universal cells. And that is the magic. And that's why you would want to consider this patch. I'll tell you that for sure. So let me tell you how it works. This little activation patch has inside of it little organic nanocrystals made all just, in-house, totally natural. It is non-transdermal. It puts nothing into your skin. But what it does do, these little crystals, which by the way took 10 years to create the specific blend to do exactly what it does, they actually will trap the body heat. When you put it on your skin, it will trap the body heat and reflect back to the body a specific frequency, which informs your body. It literally is like signaling your body to produce two things: GHK and GHK copper peptides. It really only produces the GHK, but then the GHK goes into the environment of the body, that does its own thing, and then it binds to copper in your body and creates GHK copper peptides. Those are the only fancy words that we're going to talk about, because copper peptides are the holy grail of anti-aging, and the GHK itself is the big glow up that you get within 24 to 48 hours of putting this little patch on. Super, super amazing. And what it does is it reactivates the universal cells in your body that are declining. So again, body emits heat. The heat is trapped and reflects back to the skin, and it signals your body to produce GHK, this very specific frequency. And it's very unique to this patch, and it is patented like you wouldn't believe. So this is called phototherapy, and phototherapy is actually an ancient technology. It's just light, right? In fact, Greeks they promoted health by putting specific frequencies or sunlight through specific colored glass to get different results in the body. And the science behind this, of course, has been around for over 100 years, and you're seeing more and more and more cutting edge technologies that do work with sound and frequency and light. And that's what this is. Non-transdermal, nothing's going in the body. It's very unique, and it really is a nanotechnology, and I love that about it. So let me tell you how to wear it. This little patch, you can actually wear it anywhere on the body, anywhere on the skin. In fact, if you have something that's going on specifically that you're hoping that it will work on first, it may or may not, but it certainly could. Put it near that if you want to. But the two areas that are on this little diagram and that come within the packaging when you purchase, we'll show you that this is just where all of our studies were done. This is our standardized 2 spots. But basically, the most important thing is that you wear it for 12 hours to stimulate the skin, and then you take it off, discard it, and let the skin relax. This is what's going to create the perfect wave, just like the sunlight, that it's on for 12, off for 12. And so I would say wear it with the sun, piggyback it with a habit, put it near your toothbrush so you don't forget to put it on when you brush your teeth, and take it off when you brush your teeth. It makes it really easy to create a habit out of it. And you can wear more than one if you want to. In fact, you could wear the whole darn pack if you wanted to. I don't know if it's going to do anything more, but that's up to you. And certainly, your belief in that could help. But in general, it's really just one patch a day. Some people, in fact, my father, for instance, going into surgery in a couple of weeks, he's wearing 2 patches right now. He's just rebooting because he stopped taking them for a while. So now he's doing 2 a day up until he starts, because he just wants to build up as much of these universal pluripotent cells as possible to give him that healing ability and just that little extra boost. So, you can do whatever you like when it comes to that. The most important thing with with this is just that you drink a lot of water, because you will be, as your body starts to heal itself, it wants to flush out the things that we don't want. And one of those things that goes up right away is what's called glutathione. It's an antioxidant, and that is our master antioxidant. And it wants to flush out things that are no longer healthy in the body. So again, these are the two tripeptides, GHK and GHK copper peptides. This patch is clinically proven to provide the body with this health and vitality you have not experienced. I kid you not, since youth. I already told you, half of your cells, these universal cells, are dormant, not working, and declining by the age of 30, and most of them by age 60. So could you not benefit from this? I think so. So by elevating these two peptides that decline with age, you can get some really stunning results. And again, while the energy and the voltage in the cells is going up everywhere, the universal cells are the ones, these pluripotent cells are the ones that are really coveted, because it's not something that we can do without invasive therapies in order to get more of these. So we'll talk a little bit more about that when we talk about the industry. But I do want to say this, I'm going to go back just one slide real quick about the GHK and the GHK copper. Within the first, actually, I can go here. Within the first 24 to 48 hours, I love this, because I usually, if I sample these to people, I'll give them 2 patches and I'll let them know. Within the first 24 to 48 hours, you get a glow up, you get a reboot of 1/3 of your genes. Your genes are like, your genetics are like switching station, right? They inform your body and they inform your cells of how to be, how to act. And when the environment of the body has more voltage and energy, these little switching stations, right, in your DNA are switching onto a younger state. So they're all acting younger. And what that does is incredible in the first 42 to or 24 to 48 hours, including the very first thing that we have an immediate elevation of antioxidants, like I mentioned, particularly glutathione, and a decrease in inflammation. And inflammation is very much tied to many of the things that we take to decrease inflammation because of pain. So I don't know if it will give that to you right away. It may not be the first thing that your body wants to work on, but it certainly can, and has happened many times, that people do experience relief quickly. But if you don't, do not throw the baby out with the bathwater, because there are so many things that are happening and you don't always feel what is tearing you down. So don't forget that. And this will build you up. It's amazing. So let me talk about some of the other effects, because after that first 24 to 48 hours, it's also that GHK is binding to copper in your body, and it is activating those universal cells, and they are going out to start doing their healing. It's pretty incredible. So more energy, better sleep, dramatic pain relief can be possible. That is not none of these are promises. These are all possibilities that we see often, and it's in our research. We are not making claims that we cannot back up. So looking at this energy, you might notice your very first day, there's a difference. You also might notice that when you put the patch on, you get a little sleepy. And if that happens, it means you should just wear it at night instead for a little while, because your body wants to go right into a healing mode. And that's fine. Wear it at night and then take it off for daytime. Probably in a couple of weeks, you'll be able to adjust back and wear it with the sun. As I say, I think it just really does start to amp up the energy and makes it feel much more even. So better sleep is something that people will very often notice quickly, especially if that's a problem for them. Certainly was one of my things that I didn't expect. And mind you, I didn't expect anything when I got started on this patch. I felt like I was super healthy. I've been teaching nutrition and fitness forever, and I didn't expect anything. I just saw the science. I saw what it was going to do, and I said, give me that. And I wasn't even looking for results. I just made my decision fully on what I could see that the science proved it was doing. And I ended up having all kinds of things showing up, especially over time. So better sleep was a big one. Then dramatic pain relief. Again, this isn't something I had anything with, because I didn't have any pain, but this is very common that people will notice this. It might happen right away, and it might take 3 months for it to tackle your most pressing, loud pain in your body, but do not give up on it, because your body has the intelligence to heal in the order of that it needs to do for itself. A lot of problems are underlying other problems. And so it needs to undo and unwind some of the issues that we have. And also, many people are taking different drugs and other things, right, to try to alleviate symptoms. And don't stop taking what you're taking. I mean, we're definitely not going to try to do that, but you might notice that some of the things that you are suppressing with different drugs or pain relief type things, you may not even notice that you're actually healing at the same time because of the other things. So just keep that in mind. Wrinkle reduction. I got excited about this one and definitely saw results of this, especially over time. By activating these universal cells, we have, again, regeneration that's happening, and it truly can reverse the clock. We'll see that in a minute. Sports performance, especially as we get older, we really, really notice this, but using X39 improves both sports performance and recovery after exercise. We have many, many athletes that use this product, love this product, swear by it, and it's not putting anything in their skin, therefore they can do it legally. It's wonderful. And by the way, that wrinkle reduction, especially noticeable after about 4 to 12 weeks. So I, most of the time, will set people up on what's called a silver pack, 3 months, to give a good 90 days to start to watch more and more of these things show up over time. Scar reduction, activating these cells in the skin leads to a phenomenon called remodeling. Old scars that didn't even get to that last part of healing start to soften, lighten, and even out. And when they couldn't before, it was almost like they just stopped healing and you end up with a big scar. And I had this after a dog bite on my face when I was 6 years old. You'd think I had enough of these universal cells to fix that up. And no, it actually changed the scar when I started using this product and softened it and lightened it. So I don't have such a noticeable line going across my bottom lip. Amazing. I mean, another thing I was not expecting, but I knew to look for it. In fact, let me just make a point right now. Well, I'm going to show you a website where all this information is and all the science and everything. And on that website is a health tracker. And I highly encourage that you print this out and that you also send it to anybody. If you're sharing this with other people, send it to them, have them print it out, because it has all these different areas to look for. So you can see how it's working in your body in ways that you may not have expected to look for. And this was one of them. I never would have recognized that scar was remodeling until I looked for it. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I totally did. Oh, it's crazy. So wound healing, clinical research has proven that elevation of GHK copper peptides causes these universal cells to elevate production of growth factors. We're going to talk about that when I get to the industry as well, growth factors, which leads to a dramatic increase of wound healing. So it helps to support that natural process. And then both youth renewal and age reversal. This has everything to do with that resetting of the genes to a healthier, younger state. Everything starts to work better. And the result is not only better health and vitality, but also partial age reversal. And that can continue over time. And let me tell you a really cool phenomenon also about this patch and what your body can do if you don't have enough of those pluripotent universal cells in your body over time. The brilliance. It literally, your body can go to your differentiated skin cells and revert some back into more pluripotent universal cells, literally differentiated, reverted back to pluripotent, so that you can have more of them circulating in your body. That's what happens over time. That takes a little bit more time. I think it's after like I can't remember exactly. I don't want to be quoted on it, but I think it's like 3 to 4 months or something, where you really start actually producing many more of these, not just reactivating the dormant ones. So that's really exciting. So looking at this slide, you can see there's a few other things too, like hair regrowth. It's not in our science that it's guaranteed with a lot of the other things. However, it's extremely common. And that actually happened for me. I had a whole new halo of hair on my head and all this new hair on the temples and all around. I didn't expect that. I didn't even think I had thinning hair at all. I mean, it really wasn't thinning, but it just got thicker. So that's something else that can happen for many, many people, also darker. And you see some of the other results that we just don't expect, long-term things that, we may have had for a long time or struggled with that suddenly seem to be rectifying themselves. The body is so intelligent. 2 more things I want to share here that are not on this slide. I want to talk about the autonomic nervous system and also cognition. We have 2 other studies that show so much rebalancing that happens in the brain and in the nervous system, which is obviously part of it. But the brain, the neurochemicals, we have increases of GABA and serotonin and dopamine and all, like there's like a rebalancing that happens in the neurochemistry of the brain. And then we also see a developing coherence from the left-right hemisphere of the brain. So we see a change in the nervous system's response to stress. So the parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system come into a balance. So the overall coherence of of the brain, the way that it's operating, the neurotransmitters, which affect our sleep and our energy and our focus and our clarity, all of these parameters are like increased and rebalanced to some degree, especially again over some more time. And we have studies and really cool brain mapping you can see on that. Fantastic. I mean, that can change your relationships. You become less triggered, less angry, less all kinds of things, right? If you're not as antsy and in fight or flight mode. Our creativity goes up, our focus goes up, our relaxation, our ability to find just more joy and peace. It's just really incredible. And I think that in and of itself is worth the price of admission. I mean, really, that's just, especially in a crazy world like we have today. And then the other thing really fast about that was, it was the brain. Oh, and also memory. So when we're looking at recall and things like that, look for that study inside of a page I'm going to show you just in a moment here, because that is going to that's going to blow your mind. No pun intended. All right. So yes, you can have all these benefits because with this increased flow of energy that GHK does, activates those universal cells, resets them, and gets everything moving and working at a much, much better rate. And that's worth everything to me. Absolutely everything. It positively affects your innate ability for healing in a completely non-invasive, safe, and cost-effective way. And this is the website where all that information is. We've got science, we've got videos. You can dive deep into GHK copper peptides, which I highly recommend. And you can get specific on that PubMed's channel there and look at specific things and ailments that you might be dealing with and how GHK copper peptides interact with that, because that type of research is there. It's published, it's public, it's totally real. And we have science to prove that we are elevating these in the body. And we have our own clinical research that shows what this product is doing in the body, all on this page. And also that health tracker is here. This site will not lead you back to whoever sends you to it. So make sure you get back with the person who sent it to you, and be sure to share it freely, along with how to contact the person who can help you with the product if you share this site with anyone else. Start X39.com. So looking at our founder and inventor, David Schmidt, he is a fantastic man, just incredible scientist and inventor. He's a 2-time recipient of the Advanced Technology Award from the International Hall of Fame. He is patent crazy. This man knows how to write patents and get patents on all the patches and all the things he does. This product is patented 20 years. We have 17 more years in it. Nobody can touch it. Nobody can touch it. No copycats here. We have an incredibly valuable proven product. And this man at the helm of the ship, I couldn't be more proud to stand behind him. He is just all heart. I mean, he really, really is. He's got one foot in the science world and one foot in that nonlinear world. It's like quantum. And in fact, our team is called Quantum Team, right? So he's got one foot in the linear scientific world. And then we cross over into that almost spiritual quantum realm where 1 + 1 is 11 instead of 1 + 1 is 2. That's the difference. It's really incredible how he thinks and what he's creating and what's coming for this company. The company growth, being a 20-year-old company, which is something you can absolutely stand behind, can give you that confidence that it's not going anywhere. Most companies don't last 3 years, so you can stand behind a proven company. And just in the last 3 years since X39 came out, being such an incredible innovative product, again, 10 years in the making and a lot of money, the company has gone from 20 million to 320 million because of this product, literally. And we focus only on this product. We do have other patches that are fantastic. They're great, but this covers most all of it. And I like to keep it as simple as possible. And the message is really simple. And this does so much of the work. You really don't need to play with the other stuff unless you really want to later on. Again, it keeps it all really simple and clean. So the recent 30% growth that we had this summer, 30% growth in 1 month we had this summer, and due to this worldwide over 75 countries expansion that's happening and people getting results. You don't grow like this if people don't get results. So take your time with it, watch what happens for you, and know that the retention is incredible. And that's why we have growth like this. This is a beautiful time to consider coming on in. Oops, what did I just do there? Oops. I clicked on the wrong button. It's a beautiful time to come on in and consider how you want to get started, whether you just want to get started on the product itself. Maybe you're not. I'm not sure what brought you to this call, or if you're looking at creating, any level of business. Let's just talk very briefly on the patents. I told you that this is a patented product, not a Me Too product like other or most companies, I should say. So we're really not in competition with anybody. We might have a few people try to copy, but nothing's going to touch this patented, amazing, proven technology. So weight loss, skincare, supplements, hair care, we're not asking you to replace things that you already are like loyal to, and trying to show you how this is better than that. None of that. This can actually probably help you not have to take as many of those other things or use some of those other things for what your body can do with it. But in general, not a copycat. So it's super, like, it's an interesting story. It's really fascinating to patch somebody and have them like curious. What is this technology? What is it doing? How can it work like that? Let me talk briefly about the biologics industry, because I had mentioned before those growth factors, right? What people are trying to do is get the growth factors, the signaling molecules, to change the environment of certain areas of their body, whether it's they want to grow more hair, they have a bum knee or a bad back, or they want some healing in their foot. Whatever it might be, they're extracting these growth factors, which could come in the form of stem cells. They can come as exosomes. They can come as pulling out your blood, spinning it out, and pulling out the platelet-rich plasma, or PRP. And then we're putting it back into the body. And of course, they're taking this from adipose tissue and, umbilical cords and placenta. I mean, all this stuff. So they're trying to pull out these universal cells and their molecules and different aspects of them in order to re-inject them back into the body and change the environment around whatever the issue is, and hope to create a different result, right? Lower inflammation, create healing, and so on. And it can be very effective in some cases and extremely expensive, and it can be not effective in other cases, especially with PRP, because you're pulling out your own blood. And if you don't have any circulating universal cells, then you're spinning it and you're not getting as much growth factor as you would from some other products. But again, for less than the price of a cup of coffee, you can get this all day, every day, and start to produce more and more of your own universal cells from your own skin, and not have to do these expensive therapies. And these therapies are, largely illegal, unfortunately, here in the States now, unless it's coming from your own body. They're not allowing you to use other ones, and it can be a lot of bit inconsistent. Still an amazing industry. It's a huge growing industry. People are realizing the importance of it. It's exploding from 200 million to an expected 30 billion. It's not stopping. So being in this field, in this realm, is a hot place to be. I tell you, time is now to make your move. The possibilities, if you want to look at creating a source of income, whether that is to get your products paid for, or whether you want to expand this out globally and create a whole new world for yourself, right? Anywhere in between. And in fact, you can just you can come in and just want to receive wholesale pricing. And that works as well. Wherever you come in, it's not expected. We don't expect you to do anything specific, but let me tell you, the possibilities truly are endless. And people are doing really, really well with it because the product works so well. So what are the possibilities for you? That's something for you to think about. And your why. Why would you want to do this, right? Think about that. Do you want to get your products for less? Do you want to share this with people because you love to share with people? Do you already do that when you see a good movie or when you have a great meal somewhere? Do you let people know? Do you need another source of income? Would you just like to have another source of income? Perhaps your kids would like another source of income. Certainly that is where we can get started. If you just want to share with friends because you want to share the experience, you like community, there's so many different reasons, but in all reality, you can create a whole business for yourself to any degree of size. I mean, any degree. So what that why would entail then would be, what would this do for your family? What would this do for your time? What's really most valuable to you? It's going to be unique to you, and it's perfect. However, or whatever it is, at whatever level that you might want to come in at, and quite frankly, again, you can buy this just at wholesale, so you can get a best price, and that's perfect too. You can always activate, sharing with more people down the road as you get more and more results or more belief, or you can just go gangbusters from the beginning. But Personally, I got to say, getting out of debt, having my own like full source of income that allows me to do more of the like other creative things that I love to do. I'm a self-care junkie. I love to meditate, and I love to have time in the morning to read, to write, to do my journaling and such, and to do my meditations and my workout and all the things, right? I need time for that. Most people don't have time to do the self-care, and I think it's just so important for the quality of life. And so that's a big part of my why. So just another thing to think about as we go forward and talk a little bit more about what is possible for you and how to get started. So build331.com is our quantum team website. And just like David Schmidt created a product that can change the environment of your whole body, which can change the health of your whole body and the quality of your whole life. This one website is for this team to be able to go from zero to whatever they want with a system that was created by the fastest growing team in the company, which is this team. So welcome. This website, build331.com, has steps 1 through, I think, 9, and everything that you need from soup to nuts to build this business to whatever level you might want to do that, to just share with a little or to share with a lot, and to continue to educate and stay connected. So definitely write this one down. I'll have that slide on there again at the end. I'm going to skip forward a couple of things and show you how to get started first, and then I'm going to back up a little bit and show you a little bit about the compensation plan, because I'm not sure if you're here just to learn about the product. And I want you to know that we have 3 kind of main ways that we really like to start people up. Of course, you can purchase this whole like full price retail for $150 or $149.95. Or you can also come in with a silver pack and get 3 months worth for the price of 2 at $299. I love that. It's a great way to start. You have some extra patches on hand where you can either share with a partner or somebody in your family, or you'll have some extra patches that you can just, give yourself that full 90 days. You might start sharing with a few people because you start having some results that you love, or you're just excited about it. So certainly that 3-pack is a great way to get started because you have extra patches on hand. And of course, we would set you up with an auto ship so that you have regular patches coming in so you don't run out, and you have full control over that yourself. The second way to come in would be a business partner. This is a level that you can get 5 months worth, plus they'll give you a bonus of one of our other sleeves. And with this business builder, the business builder, you also can set yourself up to be able to rank advance. In other words, when we do go over that compensation plan just a little bit, you'll be able to move forward in that compensation plan and make some money, which is exciting. The Serious Business Builder are for those people who already have a network of people, or people who are so excited they know they're going to share this with everyone. Perhaps you have a storefront. I have a chiropractor and hairdresser and a couple of other people who have a storefront who do enjoy retailing the product from their front and then putting people into, of course, a wholesale account for their next few months or what have you. Just having that option to be able to get people started right away on site. But again, the Serious Business Builder, this one, you get 19 sleeves and you get a much better price on the wholesale cost. You're set up to really go gangbusters with it as you like. And the best part about this one is you don't need to set up a qualifying auto ship order for 3 months, because that's built into the package. So you're already qualified to go up the ranks, to earn much more, and they will pay you for 3 months as if you were at the highest commission level. So in other words, if you came in with a $1,600 or $1,500 pack with 19 sleeves worth, and you bring in 3 people, you make $500 for each of those 3. You have 90 days to bring in just 3 at that same level of diamond and make your money back. You make your whole investment back, but you have 90 days to do that. So, and you can do more if you want to. So it's really a great way to launch a business, to get things started, because you really, like, the sky's the limit when you have that much product ready to sample or to sell, and you don't have to buy anything more, and you really are earning at the top of the marketing plan. So those are the 3 kind of wholesale ways to get started or start the business. And again, you can buy this also at retail. There is a preferred customer program. There are a couple of other ways, but those really are the main ones I wanted to share with you here today. And you can certainly get back with the person who invited you here to learn more about it. So when you do come in, let's say you decided to go ahead and become a brand partner, it's the same as a wholesale buyer. It's the same, program. If you just wanted to get 3 packs for the price of, 2, you certainly could do that, and then maybe decide to do the business afterwards. But either way, once you're in, that into the account, and you have a brand partnership account, you immediately have 2 teams that you can set up. So when you have an active auto ship, then you start to collect points, because every time somebody gets one of these, there's point value to it, and it collects in these 2 little buckets. And the 2 buckets have they'll hit a certain ratio as they fill up. And when that certain ratio kicks up, you get a commission for it. And that commission, it just starts to kick up and kick up as your team grows and grows and grows. And as more people are sharing and enjoying the products, it grows and grows. And that commission alone can pay you up to $25,000 per week at the highest level of our marketing plan. When you promote up, you could start a little bit lower, and it makes its way up, all the way up though to 25,000. That's where it maxes out for just helping the team. So service to others, huge come from in this. It's not about me making money. It's about service to other people. And how can I help other people enjoy the benefits of this product and the opportunity, especially in today's times when inflation is insane. Everything is just a little wonky right now. So it's a good time to have some other options in your life. And so as that grows, and it starts to kick out these commissions, you can earn quite a living just with that. It is amazing. That's part of our compensation plan. Now, of course, we also just have a retail profit. So when you do sell something retail, then you can take you get a profit for that. That's like a linear. You do this and then you get a profit. If you sign somebody up at these different levels to get started in the wholesale and as a brand partner, you also get a little something for that. That's a linear pay that you get for taking that action and getting people started. This is the more towards the leveraged part, and this grows and grows and grows with you. And then the last way we get paid is that we have these matching bonuses. And so the people that I bring in that decide to start sharing, and they start making those commissions that can go up to 25,000 a week, I can earn 25% on those people that I bring in on their commissions. 25%. If they make $10,000, that's $2,500 in my pocket for helping them to make $25,000 or $10,000 or whatever in their matching or in their bonuses. So I help them be successful, and I get everything that I'm looking to be. It's like you give and you receive at the same time. It's a beautiful system. It's the most fair marketing plan I've seen. And you get paid these matching bonuses 2 more levels. So not only the people that I brought in, but the people they bring in, if we together help them to make cycle bonuses, these commissions, then we earn another 20% on that level. And then a 3rd level down from there, 20% on that. So helping other people get what they want will give you what you want. There's some qualifications here. All of this is covered in Build 331. There's detailed how to do this, detailed compensation plan. It's all written out there for you. What it all looks like is all in there. I just want to give you a vision of what's possible. This is unlimited. This is unlimited legacy money. So we had linear, leveraged, and legacy. We get paid these 4 different ways that are so exciting because it just doesn't limit anything of what you can do. Again, no expectation. You come in with what is comfortable for you and you take it as far as you like. The importance of being on that monthly subscription is that those buckets will fill up with points that when or if you decide to activate and start really sharing with people, you don't want those to flush out. So having your own product on hand, having a little bit of product to sample, it's as little as just 1 sleeve per month. And if you want to promote and start getting past $100 a week, then it's 2 sleeves a month. Simple as that. Just have that set on auto ship. There are a couple of other options that you can, state qualifying, but that is just the simplest way to do it. They're calling it subscription. I say auto ship. I apologize, but I hope you get what I'm saying. It's just a regular supply that's coming in that you can use for yourself, your family, or sampling, what have you. And it just is the foundation of everyone's business, is that we are using the product, loving the product, getting results from the product, sampling the product, and that's how it goes. All right, so we're going to wrap with that. I just want to share these last couple of screens with you. Again, make sure you take a screenshot of this, get into our Facebook group if you are part of this team, whether you're wholesale or beyond, or sharing this actively, which I sure hope you are. It's so hard to keep to myself. Of course, the YouTube for this event that we do, again, Mondays and Wednesdays. And then, of course, some of the other live events. You want to make sure you subscribe and click the notifications bell on those that you want to build into and join. And then, of course, start X39 to learn all about the patch. And build331.com is all about our team business and our model. And here's those schedules again. Take a quick screenshot of that. It's the same Zoom link for our calls. So once you have that in your Zoom and it's plugged in, it should probably remember it. But the passcode there is 39. So with that all said, I hope that this was informative. I hope that you're able to make an informed decision for yourself to get started and or to share this beautiful product and to build it to whatever level. The sky is the limit. And I do hope that I can help to support you in that with some of the upcoming trainings. And that's it. That's a wrap. Thanks so much for being here.